I'm so irritated at myself right now. I did a whole recording session. I talked about what I do and don't like about this game, which there's a lot more good and bad, so don't worry. And I was doing my dailies and stuff, and once I got done with the video, I listened to it, and I didn't have any dialogue from me. So I checked OBS, and my microphone was not selected. I really need to start getting off my butt and just testing stuff before I record properly. Just two videos of Super Mario Bros. Crossover with a video where the sound is so loud you can't hear my voice, and then this on top of that. Like, I really just need to get in the habit of testing things. Greetings, by the way, and I'm terribly sorry about not being able to record. At first, when I came back, at first at the start of June, internet worked fine, then it didn't, then it only worked at night, then it started working during the day again. I have absolutely no control with what goes on around me. I'm so sorry. I really want to start recording again soon. So, because I did my dailies and I failed recording attempt already, I'm just gonna go to Mount Magnus and just go stuff and talk about what it is about this game that I'm enjoying so far, and one little problem that I have with one that is loud as crap about that. Hopefully it sounds fine from this point forward. I didn't really realize how loud the sound effects would be with the music volume right now. So, okay, so before I get into talking about things, let me show you what I've gotten so far with this character. Hunter level 20, I maxed that out. Fighter's only level 12, but I haven't been doing a lot of grinding on this. Items, I've got Straga's sword at 40. I used to have Catalia's sword at 40, but then Gigantics came out, and I was like, I need to change that immediately. I need to go for the newer sword, which it turns out is absolutely completely similar to Catalia, except for a different potential, which, by the way, lowers your damage resistance. Which the whole reason for me going Hunter as a placeholder for until Bouncer comes out was to be tanky, and then I have a sword that just reduces my damage, my tankiness. Potential is pretty high though, like higher than Resurger, I think. But this is level 2. I think level 1 was 21%. But... So I've also got all 3 of my armors to 40. So the only thing I really need to spend money and materials on now is getting this potential up there. So the reason I'm not going Force, right? If you remember, if you watched my video on the New Genesis closed beta, I gushed about the Force and about how much fun it is to fight things with the Force. The blow charge times, all of that. As it turns out, Sega doesn't like fun. I don't know if you knew that or not. But the Force does not have DPS at all. Like, the most damage I was doing was like 400, and that was with like the Photon Blast. And I can get like 15, 2,000 with the Pecker, 3,000 with the level 20 Hunter, and some change. Force is just not the classic DPS. It's actually designed around like getting element downs, which basically, if you hit a boss creature with the element it's weak to enough times, it'll get knocked, it'll get stunned into a stun state. Which you can get a stun state with physical attacks, and then you can get a stun state with elemental attacks. Like, those are 2 different stuns that you can get, and you can chain them and you can get like a boss enemy down a lot. Which I'm actually planning on making like a Force fighter out of one of my PSO2 characters. But I want to finish Terashi off first, which is hilarious considering the fact that I'm going to have to change his weapon out when Bouncer comes out. I'm probably going to keep the armors like that, because grinding armors it's an absolute slog. It really is. It costs so much to set up. And I'll be honest with you, like, I tried the old method of, like, grinding via armor spawning and then putting them in and then using ungrinded Atelia armors. I'm not really sure which is better, but judging on prices and such, because, like, a plus 20 Sevilla gives the same boost as, like, 5 Catelias ungrinded. So I'm kind of curious about the actual numbers there, but it doesn't matter. Hey, I got my armors grinded. It's actually kind of funny because once I realized, like, I'm gonna have to change class because Force just does not get the numbers I was up for, and I would like a tanked, you know, character to play with until Bouncer comes out anyway. Before I made that decision, I actually came across this spell, the technique, I should say. That's what they call this game. That I really like. And it's funny because originally I thought, like, forces only get access to 4 techniques before that you start with in your slot, but there's actually 6. There's two of each type, or 2 of each element. That's what I'm trying to say. There's Foley, there's Gift Foley, and you only have Foley on the slot when you start out. There's Barda and Get Barda, which you have both when you start out, and then there's Zond and Gizond, which you only start with Zond. Now, Gizond is really nothing to write home about, both uncharged and charged. Its range is actually quite cool. You're honestly better off using Zond against UQ bosses and event bosses that are used to like. Giffoli, on the other hand, is a different story, and I don't know if I can show it up because I don't have the force with this class, but it might let me. And now that I've played the field, okay, so I had to actually buy a rod in order to do this. Now, this is an ungrinded Prim Rod. It's the basic of the basic, and it's a subclass weapon, so the damage isn't going to be a lot. But I'm not doing this to show you damage. I'm doing this to show you what the spell, what the technique I like in particular looks like, and how awesome it is. So let me actually. Oh, I have it. Okay. So I'm just gonna. Let's see. I'm just gonna pop it real quick. Look at that. It's basically like PSO 1 Gifoe, but faster. It doesn't have as much range through, but it's literally like a cyclone of fire, and I love it. And I need okay. But then you charge it. And you just get an infinitely tall chef and multi-hit damage. And I'm sorry for the slightly inappropriate joke. It's a City 11 reference. And it's not infinitely tall either, which kind of ruins the reference, but you get 3 hits with this spell, with this technique, if you charge it. And you probably get about as much damage. But like, it just kind of impressed me as a spell that's good for mobbing and bossing. But it's actually neither of those. Most bosses are weak to ice, and then the UQ bosses are weak to lightning. The only creatures, I'm gonna switch this way. The only creatures really weak to fire are mobs, trash mobs, so A. But I really like that technique when I first saw it. And as you can see, I actually got force failure out before I decided to switch it out. I was thinking about maxing it out as a subclass, putting in my subclass and I'm not going to get maxed out there before switching, but I decided that just took too long. I got Hunter from 14 to 20 before I did. So, I've got one thing to talk about, and it has something to do with this area. Before I do this, let me change blocks. Okay, there it is, right there. These red things. These are drones. And they will shoot these pillars at you. Now the reason I don't like them is, if you don't know they're there, you'll just be smacking some other mob. And then they'll shoot their beam at you, and by the time you realize they're there, you don't have time to get out of the way with it. And yeah, you can, if you beat up the drone, they like come to your side, but only if you really do much once you've converted them. So they're just like overall like completely useless, and it's one of the reasons that I usually don't grind PSE bursts like for weeklies and such. In I'm not like in the labs is because I'm really just not a fan of the drones. So I'll usually stick to like rank 2 of Mount Madness, because I think that's honestly like the best area to grind things like PSE bursts and such. But I mean, you know, daily quests have you fighting mobs in a certain area, and that area changes every day, so, you know, I can't just avoid this place entirely. There will be days I'll have to come out and, you know, take care of it. Hopefully. Usually it doesn't take long. So, that's basically all I have to talk about. The drone thing's kind of a minor thing. It's just something I find annoying. Mostly, this game is awesome. I love it. I wish I could spend more time on it, but internet was like the biggest detractor from that. And basically, at this point, I almost don't have a reason to. Like, the only way I can really reliably get money is through weeklies, and you need that here. So probably like this upcoming week. Actually, no. Once I get the, let me show you. Actually, here I can get some money, some decent money from completing 2 more daily tasks. So I'll probably like do the dailies tomorrow, like food and honestly like hunting something. I don't know if I'll put points in the region map. I really don't need experience up. And I'm kind of good on gear, so I don't really need like where I'm fine either. So yeah. But after all, I'm bad about that. Sorry. You got to this point in the video. Honestly, if you watch this video at all, I really appreciate it, because I have a feeling that views are going to be scarce since I've been unable to upload for a month and a half now. I really don't like that. I really wish I was able to upload more often, and I'm going to try to upload more often now. I really hope I'm able to. I really want to, but we'll see. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next video. And I'm not going to say what that is. You're just not going to see, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to upload this soon. But hey, I'm playing Russian roulette with my internet right now, so thank you for watching again, and farewell.